Hey, welcome back, everybody, to our channel here. My name's Patrick. Our goal, as always, to hopefully help educate you and give you a different perspective on these grain markets. So let's jump in. Today, we're going to cover some export prices. Here's the fresh off of bar chart data today. Here, U.S. bean export prices. You got the U.S. Gulf at 585. You can see Brazil down at 559. Here's the bean chart for May. We're calling this thing overvalued. It has been an elevator down here in the near term on this May bean contract, and it makes sense when you look at Brazil being able to export beans at such a competitive price in here, and their large bean crop. That white box is the 14 to 14 and a quarter area. Frankly, we wouldn't be surprised to see this bean market roll over down into there on front month beans. This is a chart that we would probably, stay away from here with Brazil coming in to the export market and our seasonal window really closing. Next market we're looking at is corn. Here we got U.S. Gulf corn 281, Ukraine 262, and Argentina 293. And Brazil didn't even have a bid out there yet. They're in the process of getting their second corn crop, their main exportable crop, planted. And if you've been following the headlines, that's kind of delayed in here. So, the corn market, although it's been kind of a nasty trade and definitely lower, we're calling this a little bit more fair valued. Again, that white box is showing the 6 to 6 and a quarter level in here. For us, like we talked on our report, if you're a subscriber, 650 was kind of our line in the sand, and we closed out the last of our bushels on old crop. But with Brazil not planting or delayed on their second crop, and Argentina not competitive right now, we don't, it's hard to be overly bearish here, on the corn side compared to, say, beans. Again, we don't really want to be making decisions down at 6. That's why we decided to finish off at 650. But again, we feel that there's still a window in here that the corn market could kind of jump around. So maybe if you're an end user, you should be looking at maybe picking up some of your feed needs in here. And if you're still holding on to old crop, you need to start developing a plan on what you want to do. Going over to the wheat side of things, this was kind of interesting. You can see how competitive all of a sudden U.S. wheat has gotten. Now they're going to have a shipping advantage in the Black Sea. So again, we're not really necessarily picking up exports, but this is really narrowed up in here, and so we're calling this wheat market undervalued. This is the July Chicago chart, hanging around $7. Again, it's kind of pushed down in here along with beans and corn recently, but you kind of got to ask yourself, is $7 going to hold, or KC 8? The KC ratings just came in weaker. We've got dryness in the plains. It's a little early, but again, compared to like a bean chart or even a corn chart, you kind of got to sit here and ask yourself, and then when you take into account global prices, is this the market that's a little more undervalued, and maybe the bearishness needs to, come out here a little bit. So again, a good chart here on wheat. Wrapping up, we're keeping this one really short. Final thoughts. I mean, global prices matter. We've known for a while that this is a global marketplace. Brazil is a big player, and as you can see, this is how our prices are going to be affected. Technicals, something that still has a lot of guys' attentions on beans, especially, is there's an open gap on the May contract down at 1356. That is quite a ways down, but a lot of an old trader saying is gaps are meant to be closed. So it's definitely something to keep an eye on that way. And then have a plan. Again, if you have, old crop corn, you kind of need to make some decisions in here. We would probably switch more to the selling cash and buying calls perspective at this point. Now that you've had such a big push down, calls are going to be a little bit more affordable. And again, ultimately, in moving the cash, that's going to get that price floor set for you. Now, maybe on the wheat side of things, if you're a wheat producer or just a wheat trader in general, you might want to look at a long futures or long call spreads with this market being undervalued. And on beans, we would probably just kind of stay out of this thing. If it gets a pullback, you could potentially look at some shorts. But again, speak with your broker on this. Just because the chart is low doesn't mean it can't go lower. Just because the chart's high doesn't mean it can't go higher. But we wanted to just kind of illustrate in here with all the volatility lately, what's going on and where we think you could maybe place some bullish or bearish bets, and what to look forward to here the next few weeks. If you guys got any questions, let us know. Drop a comment down below. Let me know what you think on these markets or what you think of these charts. Are you bullish at these areas? Are you bearish at these areas? Are you sold out? Are you looking to re-own? Leave something in the comments. We're happy to hear from everybody, and we will see you again next week.